safe lane. I mean, it's the only hero that can deal with both these calls, right?
Yeah. I don't want to say I called it early, but I called it early. I think it does round out their draft pretty well. It's one of those things where they are running it in the mid lane, but you can clear out some of these trees, so you're not going to get caught out by, a hawk, for example, being slightly out of vision, if you don't have that high ground observer ward vision. So, yeah, I don't mind it.
Yeah, it does feel like it is just a very good lane counter here to a lot of the calls that are coming out here from Neon. He does have to be very, very careful of play hard, though. If he starts having a good time here on the Skywrath Mage, you can really blow him up quite easily. Same with Cypher, just being able to get them, just keeping him locked down, keeping him stuck inside of that Mystic Flare. Mikoto doesn't have a super free game on the Timbersaw, but he has a very good game.
Yeah, I mean, he's should, at least. I mean, we saw him essentially win the mid-game last time. He was the only one that did. And he's got a favorable matchup this time around. So you would think that he's going to have a decent time. He just needs to make sure he's not getting rotated on by this Skywrath Mage.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I don't know who to pick here. I really enjoy Neon's draft, but I feel like this Timbersaw, if he pops off, he can pop off. Like he can actually really start to destroy quite a lot of everything that Neon wants to do. But I'm still going to have to pick Neon after how dominant they were in that first game. What about you, Matt, mate?
Yeah, I would say so. Like, you've only got what you've seen to go off of, right? What we've seen was an absolute blasting of a first game that Neon gave to Boom IDs. So I think it'll be a bit closer this time around. They've drafted well for the early picks, at least, that Neon have. But I just think this Skywrath Beastmaster is going to put in a lot of work.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot harder for Boom to have a decent safe lane. So we'll have to see how they do come out of this laning stage, whether or not it is ahead, behind, or even. But, Boom, they certainly do have the heroes to really make a good mid game if it does come to that. So hopefully that's where they get to, and they can get to that mid game and start becoming scary and strong themselves, because I always enjoy best of threes. I always enjoy full best of threes. So if we get a third game here, I'm going to be a happy camper.
That was a pretty cool workshop item on the Faceless Void. I haven't seen that headpiece before.
It's the Chinese one.
Oh.
It's old school. It's very old school. I think it was from a DAC a while ago. You can only get it on the Chinese server.
Yeah, I know, right? Kind of like that Marana Bunny.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Clockwork set that was only on the Korean servers that I really wanted. But feels bad, man.
Feels bad, man.
Look at this. So this is the thing that I really like. Even though he's the position 3 on Cypher, aka Rappy, he's gone the Buckler. Now, you might think, oh, okay, it would allow him to brawl a bit more, but the big thing about the Buckler and wanting to build that in your off lane, particularly with a hero like Skywrath, is that it cloaks a lot of his weakness. Like, the big weakness of Skywrath is that he has 0 armor to start with, and suddenly giving him 2 means you're getting a whole lot more physical damage resist that you previously didn't have.
And that is true, and again, it just allows them to continue to brawl, and allows them to put a lot more effort into shutting down this Faceless Void. So play hard as well as Kezcute. They're going to sit there, they're going to try and fight out, and they're going to go for the bounty rune. They do get it on Kezcute, so Boom, go even. Same with Neon, so, it's a decent trade at the start of the game.
Yeah, and look at this greedy build, let's say. 3 Mantles of Intelligence on play hard here. So as soon as that Hawk gets put up in these trees just below the Dire Tier 1 tower, there is going to be a lot of Arcane Bolts throwing out. Luckily for them, he had to skill up the Concussive Shot to make sure he didn't die to the First Blood, but also on the Void side, he had to go into the Time Lock as well. So if he does get burst down a little bit low, he's not going to have that immediate recovery through Time Walk.
That is true. He's going to have to be very, very careful with how he plays this lane. So, as of right now, it's looking pretty even in this top lane. Kezcute as well as Playhard, they both can just kind of trade with each other. They can sit back, throw some spells out. Interestingly enough, Kezcute is now playing in the safe lane. And it looks like Hyde is playing in the off lane. So, I don't know if that was like more of a comfort thing on the Disruptor or not. Oh, looks like I did miss First Blood bottom. So
yeah, they landed a nice arrow onto RR there, and his first death in 3 games. Imagine that.
well, he's not playing Undying. That's why he died.
True, true.
So you need to continue to play Undying, my friends. He's gonna stand here. He's gonna try and fight with the Mirana as well, but a little bit unfortunate for Neon because they don't get off to the perfect start they had in that last one. So.
And look at this this courier. Like he had to put it all the way up to above tier 1 tower because this Skyrath, he was thirsty for it. He was hungry.
He was looking for it. Play hard's taking quite a lot of damage here from Kezcute. This is what you're talking about. No armor on the hero means even a hero like Ancient Apparition, who only hits for 55, can take you some pretty big chunks out of you.
And Yopash, look at him. He's forced to not even actually contest the lane itself against the Timbersaw. He has to walk all the way around and get the backside, making sure that he's able to get something out of the lane. Because not only is Timbersaw good against the Kunkka because of the reactive armor, you know, you're able to withstand a lot of what's happening with the Tidebringer, but Kunkka's a strength hero. So the Whirling Death just does even more, it's even more effective against with that strength reduction.
Does quite a lot of work for you. Oh, looks like Play Hard top sides again. Missed yet another kill, but Play Hard getting himself a kill onto Dreamer Cell's courier. So nice for him, but getting himself killed to Dreamer Cell's not that great for the Sky Mage. It's a little bit unfortunate for him.
Yeah, I mean the courier's still dead for 45 seconds, so you got, I'd say it's what, 80 gold exchanged for 126. So I would still say that Boom got the better of that trade.
Yeah, especially with the experience as well from getting the kills. So there is always that. Oh, looks like mid lane. Yopaj taking a few clicks here from Hyde. So he has to be very, very careful because his courier is walking up as well. You're certainly going to lose your courier. Yep, it's going to die. Does get his items, but it's dead nonetheless.
Yeah, that's not what you want by any stretch of the imagination. Hyde now just being a full-time harasser, basically, to this Kunkka, making sure he doesn't get anything. You get the Tidebringer to harass out this Mirana a little bit, and wow, chunks him down, even with 8 armor.
Yeah, it does look like Hyde's is going to be a nuisance for them. So, Scam against FBZ bottom. It's doing pretty well here on the Dragonite, 23-2, but it is up against the 23-2 of FBZ himself. I don't think it is FBZ.
Look at him trying to hit him. It just does nothing. He's got the Ring of Protection, and he's got the Dragon Blood. He's essentially doing, like, what, 10, 20 damage each time he's hitting, and Skem's doing a whole lot more. True.
Even though the FBZ does have 2 braces and a buckler himself, he's still not as tanky as what Skem is. Skem's sitting at 12 armor already. This boy is quite tanky. Hyde's going to make his way back towards bottom to try and aid with his harass.
Top lane, play hard. He's in a little bit of danger, but just gets away. Only one more last hit was needed to take him down. Rappy now in a bit of a vulnerable position.
Can they catch Kezcute? They do get the last auto attack there with the ball, but they don't get the catch out.
Yeah, and they're positioning themselves, for the bounty runes coming up now. Play hard being very cautious with his positioning, but no one's actually going to contest that bounty rune at the top side, so he's going to quickly jump in, pick it up, probably go to the shrine if he needs to. Be waiting for someone else to use it in conjunction with him.
Yeah, it does look like that he's just waiting for that. Looks like it's no
yep. Oh, that is not good at all. So he used his TP to try and get away, but Makoto able to chase him down, get the kill onto him. Bit of gold, bit of time on the sidelines, and he has to walk back to lane as well with basically 0 farm.
Yeah, that's really bad there for Yopaj. It's not a good lane here. This is, the last pick Timbersaw. This is what happens. Nobody can really stand there and fight him, so you have to be pretty careful. Skem, though, sitting around. He's just sitting back and farming. There's really not much they can do. Who's going to be the Timbersaw counter in this game, though? It looks like top side. They are going to try and get a kill on a Dreamer Cell, but no time walks away. I'm trying to think of who's going to be the Timber counter this game.
I would say Beastmaster getting a Spirit Vessel and then just pumping a lot of damage into him, or he's able to get these couriers. Dreamer Cell, that's twice it's died in a row.
Yeah, well, Play Hard is definitely playing hard today. Gonna come forward here. They're doing quite a lot of damage here, but they've already taken out the tier 1 tower, so Makoto, he doesn't have to worry about much.
23 armor as well on this Timber Saw. He's going to be completely fine. 40 HP regen. Yopaj might even be in a little bit of trouble himself. He's got the boat.
Does have the boat, but he walks straight into a Chakram as well as an arrow there. They're doing so much damage that Whirling Death does a lot of work there to Yopaj. But he walks away. Because Makoto can't chase him because he doesn't have the Timber Chain leveled up. Top lane, looks like they're going on to Rappy again. They're taking him down, and this is what happens with the Timber Saw, right? You know, you send this Timber Saw to a lane, and he just creates so much space for the rest of these side lanes to start coming in and getting a lot more kills.
Skem having a decent job in the decent time in the bot side, but if you have a look at it, Legion's actually in the lead a little bit.
Yopaj, he's come in here. He wants to try and get the kill onto FBZ. He does pull him all the way back in here. He does get to press the attack off, but I don't think it matters. Skem doing a lot of work, throws out a few more auto attacks. They eventually do get the kill because Yopaj blocks the arrow.
Don't know about that pathing. I thought he could have easily just run away.
Oh, play hard top. Gets a kill on Kezcute. They want to try and get a kill on Dreamer Cell as well. Does
Still
not have a time walk for a long time. And out comes Ancient Seal as well. That's a double kill there for the Sky Mage.
Maybe it's simply a matter of ignoring the Timber Saw and taking out the other 4 heroes on the team.
But how long can you ignore the Timber?
Yeah, he's going to be pushing into tier 3s on his own pretty shortly, I would say.
And that's the thing. I think that's the kind of limiting factor here for Neon is, yeah, they can ignore the Timber Saw for as long as they want, but eventually he's going to start doing irreparable damage. You know, he's going to start doing quite a lot of work to your base, and then he's going to start coming to these fights as well.
The repair kit, though.
True, but that is a tier 2 item.
Yes, 2.
No, it's a tier 3 item, actually.
Is it?
Yeah, it's tier 3.
Huh. Learn something new every day.
Today I learned.
Man. Imagine Ice Frog putting 64 more items into the game.
True. Oh, they're going to try and go in on top. They have got him out here with the Roar as well. They throw out the Ancient Seal on top. They're going to burn down this Faceless Void. Makoto, he's made the rotation, but I think it's too late. Potentially could get a few kills on the backside. The Unkilling God. Turns back around, throws out another magic missile. Rappy?
Rappy just wants to
on
chase
the backside. He wants to take out Kezcute. But it doesn't look like they can. They are kiting around Makoto really, really well here. There's another Chakram coming up in a few seconds. But Rappy's not the one you want to go on because he's quite healthy. Quite tanky
this
as
is the
well.
definition of space created. All this time, the not so great early stage of Kunkka has been recovered because now he's able to rotate through. I thought he might have tried to go on the back of FBZ there with the boat combo, but happy to just rotate back into the jungle.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to be the Spirit Vessel builder here, so Yopaj, he's the one that's going to pick that up. Arcane Ring for him as well, so probably going to pass that on to one of his supports, so I don't think it's all too good here on the Kunkka.
I really don't like this Midas that's queued up on Dreamer Cell. He's had not a great lane, and they're just going to be able to take half of his map, basically, if he's going to wait for that.
Especially because it doesn't make him any more survivable, right? Like, I understand he's probably going to try and dodge a few of these fights, but I mean, if he gets caught out by one stun, one roar, one ancient seal, he's going to die every single time.
He needs some of that survivability. He's got a couple of Wraith Bands and a Power Treads, but that's about it for stats.
Play hard. He's walking onto this bounty range, really trying to make sure that FBZ doesn't get one down. They're going to get the outpost bottom as well, and it looks like Boom will get the one on top. So they go 50-50. We're 50-50 on the runes as well, so fairly even 10-minute trade here.
We got these tomes coming out as well for the supports, so we'll start to see a few ultis fly out quite soon. I think they'll get them at about exact same time.
It's taking a decent amount of damage here. The arrow does come forward. They don't connect on anything. So Hyde sitting in the backside. Gonna come forward. They do throw one out onto Hyde, but he's okay for now. Makoto, again, just diving these tier 1 towers. There's really not much that they can actually do against this Timber Saw. Rappy would like to try and get the Roar out. He does have the Vlad's Aura as well, so they can just sit back and keep farming these creeps up and not have to worry about the chip damage from Makoto.
We got this smoke coming through the Radiant Shrine, though. Try and catch one out.
Oh, they've got level 6 here on Play Hard. All they have to do is roar him. Roar Ancient Seal and drop down the Mystic Flare, which looks like did not appear onto my screen, but unfortunately they don't kill Makoto either way. Actually, they eventually do kill him at the end there, but they do Have to lose Rappy in the meantime. Kezku is getting caught out here, getting found out by the Central Ward as well. That's so much damage from Play Hard.
Oh,
Dominating free for him. They throw out the arrow, but for what?
I thought Dreamercell was getting a bit keen to jump in and use his Chronosphere. I'm like, nah, don't do it, buddy. You're gonna do nothing with that. You've got no damage, you've got no farm, you've got no teammates left alive. Just leave it.
Just let it be.
And now Yopaj able to be a lot more effective. He's got that level 10 plus 40 damage. He's getting closer and closer into finishing up that Spirit Vessel as well. So only about 400 gold away.
And that's when he can start really putting the pressure on Makoto as well. Before he's got that Yule Scepter, before he's got any way of purging off that Spirit Vessel, that's when they really want to start getting in the face of this Timbersaw and making sure he doesn't just snowball out of control and that he actually starts getting the reins pulled in. They're going to come forward here. This is a big Chronosphere. It hits on the two of the supports though. So there's a nice little injection of gold coming out for Dreamercell. So big Chrono ends up in 2 kills there for the side of Boom, and they want a tier 1 tower again. They want Yopaj actually. They're going to come forward here with the out comes the Chakram. Slow down a decent amount, but Hyde doesn't have the arrow just yet.
They definitely need to make sure they secure this tower. Almost surely will, but it just makes that next outpost contest much, much easier.
Oh, Kezku, he's just going to die to the RR illusion.
Yeah, the bird vision does a lot.
The X-Marks comes out here on a Makoto. They don't have a tier 1 tower, so they have to be very, very careful. Schem walking back in. They do use the Dragon Tail. They don't have the Spirit Vessel. They don't have the Sky Mage. Actually, they do. He's made his rotation in. They're going to take out Makoto as well. Quick little kill there for the side of Neon, and they're looking for more. Play Hard has another concussive shot coming off cooldown in a few seconds, so he's just going to be able to keep vision here of Hyde. He just throws it out. They will be able to connect with it. Look at how much damage that's going to do. Hyde, he's probably just going to die here to the Ancient Seal. He doesn't even click the Shrine. Well, it's probably going to die either way, but Play Hard. Another kill for him.
And then in a very similar manner, they're going straight for these tier 1 towers as well on the top side. This is a 2v1 on the bot with Scam. He needs to be a little careful of getting be dueled into Piranha Arrow when she's back up online. It was just the Ancient Apparition sitting behind at that point. But looking to do a bit of a ring around the rosy here. Boom, taking the bottom outpost.
Yeah, so they trade outposts. So there's a few more minutes. Oh, the mango tree, that's pretty nice. But surprisingly enough, you were talking about Dreamercell not the best choice to go for the Hand of Midas, but it looks like Schem has also gone for his own Hand of Midas, so...
What do you reckon about this mango tree placement by Dreamercell?
Oh, where did he put it? Oh, trash. Straight trash. Oh, actually...
You meant to pick up the mangoes, man!
You gotta walk all the way around. You gotta go... Pick it up.
Sitting there on the left side.
I feel like you should like put them like next to your shrine, like an area where like you can have them, but like the enemy team also can. You know?
No, you don't want them to.
Yeah, but like I mean, like the enemy team, like you got to make it as easy for you
to defend it.
Yeah. So it's
defend it with your life. It is the new ancient, the mango tree.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's an engagement happening in the mid lane.
They do have some freshly picked up items here for Boom. They probably want to go for a fight. It's a big arrow on the side here for Schem. He's walking himself away though. It's big dragon. It's nice and scary. FBZ is walking forward. He hits a 3-man overwhelming odds, so he's very, very fast here on the Lynch Commander. They're going to come forward. He walks straight underneath the sentry, but the pipe, keeping him alive for a little bit longer. Out comes this Spirit Vessel as well. Oh, that's a big Ancient Apparition ulti. That's a huge swap coming out from RR. They're going to be able to keep Yopaj alive for a little bit longer, but I don't think it's going to matter. The boat comes in, but it's not enough damage reduction. They're going to come in forward here. They want to take out FBZ. Schem on the sideline doing a lot of work, but they don't have the damage. They can't kill any of these heroes. They're so tanky, and Schem doesn't have the damage just yet. He has to fall back. Dodges the arrow as well.
Oh, hits it onto RR though.
Oh, RR is certainly going to be dead. Schem walks forward, takes quite a lot of damage here. Dreamercell, he does have the Chronosphere as well. They're going to get him stuck inside of this little bubble. They do have another arrow coming off in a couple of seconds, but it doesn't matter because he's stuck with the cold feet, and Schem. Save a mate syndrome. Certainly not paying dividends there for you.
All these little things starting to add up. They've even got the siege creep, which they use to press the attack on. They want to take as much real estate on this map as they can.
It really does feel like Boom are trying to press their advantage because this Timbersaw, he's pretty strong, but he's going to fall off fairly later on in the game, especially if they start getting a few more of these items. You can start dealing with it, you know. Yopaj, he's pretty far behind. This Conqueror is not having a fun game, especially if you first pick it. So, you know, he's sitting at a situation where he's going to go straight for a BKB, going into a Shadow Blade. So maybe something along the lines of the Silver Edge. Is that item still just dead?
Silver Edge or
Silver
Shadow
Edge. Silver Edge. A bit of both, actually.
Arrow.
Invage.
He's fine.
Yeah, he's Gucci.
I think it's got its place. Like, you need to build it against, for example, a Spectre, because you just cannot win without it. But I feel like they've got enough magic first to deal with this Timbersaw. You know, we've seen it 2 or 3 times now.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. It really does feel like they don't need to worry about the reactive armor as much as some teams usually do, but it could also be just a nice way to deal with him. So he has to build something. He has to Yule Scepter a little bit earlier. He has to do something else a little bit earlier. Play hard. There's a bit of damage there to the Mirana. They don't use the Roar because Rappy wanted to be a little bit greedy there, so they don't get themselves a free kill.
I really like these wards are basically symbolic of the current meta right now. You know, you take the enemy safe lane tower and then you put wards up that allow you to know when it's safe to take team fights. Not when it's safe to farm, when it's safe to fight. And that fits into the C meta perfectly. So wouldn't surprise me at all to see a C team again take out the next big tournaments, because it just feels like the way that they've been playing for years and years and years. And, it's just a matter of everyone else trying to catch up.
Yeah, it really does feel like this fast tempo does enable quite a lot of these C teams to pick these heroes that win lanes and they brawl and they don't stop brawling until the Ancient falls. So we'll see how it does pan out.
We can see here before, like what I was talking about in the draft is that when you do take these couple of towers, you know, mid tier 1, bot tier 1, when you take the Radiance, it means that you control the Radiant jungle then. They've got 2 great vision spots. They have essentially both ancient camps ready for them. On the flip side, though, Radiant still have control over Roshan, because they're going to be the ones playing where the Dire tier 1 tower used to be. And so now you can much more confidently take that, but Dire isn't going to get nothing in turn.
That is true. It does feel like there's a few swings and roundabouts when it comes to playing Radiant and Dire now. So, Hyde. This next one on the mission. They're just going to run up and roar.
He's probably going to ulti this time.
Oh,
nicely leap away.
That's a little bit too far. Surely you still just try and ult that.
Quick on the trigger finger, that's for sure. The thing is, though, if they did try to go on him, he's got mech and the essence ring, so that's a lot of extra health that'll probably be able to make him survive through an Ancient Seal ultimate on his Skywrath. He's not level 12 yet.
That is true. There probably was not enough damage to actually kill him there, so... I mean, Roar is down now for a little bit longer. It means now that they can smoke up. They want to try and get the kill here on the Dragonite. Is he really the hero that you can try and kill Skem? He does break the smoke, so he does see them for a little bit longer. So he's going to walk back into his own side of the place. As you said, DD is used onto the Faceless Void.
They're just keeping this high ground. Really nice positioning coming through. We see it from the top tier teams, you know, at tournaments like TI. They just want to hold these top areas. They've got some great vision coming out. They're mindful of not being wrapped around on from the bottom side. Hyde.
Oh, that's a big arrow that does catch out on the play hard, but they do catch out Makoto on the backside. That's a big AA ulti. Only hits onto one, though. Trying to use the Skywrath ulti. Yopaj.
He's getting very low.
He does have to use the boat, but it doesn't matter because Dreamercell's got the Diffusal Blade and FBZ. He wanted that duel, but it doesn't look like they can. And I think this game's just busted open. I think now, boom, they're going to start hitting the tier 3s.
They didn't even have to use the Chronosphere for that. The Diffusal Blade wasn't all the CC they needed. And draining him completely down to 0 mana after that. They've got the mechanism, so they continue pushing, buffing up Dreamercell even further. This is looking a lot stronger from Boom ID.
Yeah, they have taken out the tier 3 tower. They're going to try and respond to these tier 2 tower pushes.
Oh, are they going to be able to catch out Rappy?
There's no way for him to... Oh, there is a Yule Scepter up on the Kodo, so... Rappy's got to be careful. This is a big timber chain. Another Chakram as well. They do catch him out here with the Yule Scepter. Surely he can just TP away. No. Looks like with the Yule Scepter and Arrow combo, they're going to catch out Rappy. They have TP towards the top. Skem, he wants more. He does not want to deal with Makoto, though. This is certainly not the hero that you want to go for. They have thrown out the Ancient the Sky Mage ulti. It's doing a lot of work here against Makoto, but they can't stop him. Oh, they got the X marks, and he misses the Timber Chains. This is certainly going to be a Timbersaw going down. Didn't even use the Spirit Vessel. So they get themselves Makoto in exchange for Rappy. They're going to be happy with that.
Oh, they would be over the moon with that. I mean, it's a result of a little bit of a misplay. It was a really ballsy play as well by Neon to TP 3 heroes in.
Oh, I hear a duel on the backside here. Looks like it's onto Yopaj. Does get hit there with the Ancient Apparition Ice Blast, but that is a big chrono! A massive swap again from he saves his mid laner a little bit longer, but it doesn't matter because Dreamercell, he's so strong. He's got the Diffusal Blade. He wants couriers more than he wants heroes, it seems like. Skem, you're standing between 4 heroes from Boom ID, and you're not going to get much done, and you are going to die, my friend. Does get caught out, gets bashed again, and Dreamercell, double kill there for the Faceless Void. And that's a free Roshan, it looks like, for Boom.
I mean, really great team play. We can see why Boom ID deserve to be in these closed qualifiers. Great coordination, even being able to play around some amazing swaps by RR, to be completely honest. You know, tanked up a lot of the damage that Mystic Flare was able to do. Swapped him again out of the Chronosphere, dodging 2 ultimates, but it's just not enough when you've got all of this momentum on Boom ID's side.
Wait, where's... Oh, he did the mango bug.
Which one?
Oh, the mango tree abuse, where you can plant the mango tree here, and it gives you heaps of enchanted mangoes. And you can see inside of Roche. It looks like how they're coming in with the torrent of the boat. They're going to be able to catch out Dreamercell as well. Roshan's extremely low. Who's the one that gets the kill? Nobody's picked it up. It looks like Makito's the one that picks it up. They do get the kill onto the Faceless Void, though. So this is a nice play here from Neon. There is a courier that's stuck inside of the Roche pit as well. But yeah, it looks like
it's a mango gatherer.
Skem decided to use the tree bug thing. Not the tree. Yeah. It's not a bug, but...
Well, they chopped it down now.
Yeah, they eventually chopped it down. But that's why there was so many mangoes in the pit.
Poor mango tree. All it did was provide us with mana, and people just want to chop it.
Yeah. Well, there is a Timsaw in the game, so... You have to be very careful.
But is
he gets triggered. You don't want to trigger anybody in Dota 2, right? Everyone's welcome.
2019.
Everyone's inclusive. It's 2019. It's almost 2020. We're almost literally in the future. So
yeah.
we don't want to trigger anybody. So trees, they got to go. They just got to go. Make it safe for everybody. But Scam now, he's going to build into his BKB. This is what I really like about carries building Sergeant Yasha now, is making sure they get some sort of lifesteal. Because if you don't have lifesteal and you have a Sergeant Yasha, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah. I mean, it amps it up. Why wouldn't you do it? And it's such a natural build on the Dragon Knight as well, who's got all this inbuilt HP regen.
Very true, and it just means that he's just so hard to kill. And if he gets some sort of, attack speed buff, he gets something like it stands next to his Beastmaster, he gets an item like maybe a Mjolnir, maybe the Aghanim Scepter, that's when he can really start to tear apart these team fights. And that's why I feel like this Dragon Knight is one of those sleeper heroes. I feel like he's probably one of the stronger carries in the game right now, just because of how crazy he can pump out damage if he gets a few damage items, and he still is extremely tanky just with his spells.
I feel like it's not a natural thing to think he would be strong, right? Because you're like, oh, fights are happening way too often, so we're not going to be able to play around this super long cooldown like the Dragon.
Is it really that long?
It's 2 minutes.
And it lasts for a minute.
Yeah, I still think it's pretty long.
But technically it's only it's less than 60 seconds.
Yeah, but my point is that the thing that makes it great is that you're able to then take an objective as soon as you win a team fight. So it's multifaceted. Space on the map is so much more important now than it used to be, because it allows you to take these outposts and snowball that lead further, more and more forward. That's why I'm so surprised that none of these teams have picked heroes like Tusk. Ones that are able to quickly initiate a team fight, save in a team fight, push out a wave, have an XP gain talent. It seems like the classic C hero, but I'm just not willing to do it.
Yeah, who knows? We'll have to see how it all develops in the future, because patch is still fresh. People are still figuring out how to play this game. People are still figuring out how to do it as optimal as possible. Still figuring out what is strong, what isn't, who goes where, and what does what. But looks like Boom ID, they've got themselves a little bit of a net worth lead right now. Seeing a little bit further forward. Let's have a look at the neutral items. So the tier 3s have just started to spawn. So it looks like Paladin Sword has been picked up here by the Radiant. That's pretty nice for them, especially going on to a Dragon Knight. Getting if he has like the Vampire Fangs and his Sergeant Yasha and the Paladin Sword.
That's pretty nutty.
That's pretty nutty. Surely you get I would just get rid of Wand and put Vampire Fangs in and just have like the 60% lifesteal.
I don't know what he's got. Yeah, one seems like a really weird decision.
Especially
now that it's nighttime.
Is it additive? So 14 plus 17 plus 30%.
Oh, the Titan.
That's good for the Void.
Piranha's just on patrol right now. Pushing out this top lane a little bit. Sure there's not too much damage done to their tier 3 tower. He hasn't got too many more items yet. I wonder if he's going to try and finish up some Guardian Greaves, but it's like more interested in going into the 4-star.
Oh, Rappy is getting caught out here. They have the Yule Scepter. They didn't use the Cold Feet, but they're just going to blow him up straight away. Out comes the Raw, so they're going to get rid of the Ancient Apparition with one swift combo. The Beastmaster still hasn't died just yet, but Makoto is coming forward. He doesn't have Yule Scepter to stop this. So Rappy... Oh, he's going to get killed by FBZ.
He was a split second away from being able to wand, though. That was like half a second on the duration of the Ice Blast. So, yeah, not able to get away. Trading what he can for it, figuring, you know what, my ulti's got a 70-second cooldown. I'm going to be dead for 60 seconds. May as well.
Yep, that is true. There's smoke up now here from the side of Neon. They want to try and get something done. They have the Dragon Form as well. They're going to come forward here. They've just caught her out. All right. Swapping an Ancient Seal. That's a bing bang boom. See you later. Boom. They want to get more. They still have the Aegis here. Skem hasn't used that Dragon Form just yet. Oh no, the Aegis does get reclaimed as well. Have to be very, very careful here on Makoto. The duel comes in all the way in the back. He's just like, alright boys, sorry. A little bit of misstep there from the Vengeful Spirit.
And now Boone have control over both of these outputs. There is even a bounty rune that was never taken at the bottom one, still sitting there.
It's brewing.
Ready and ripe for the picking.
It's brewing. That one's going to be a juicy boy. That one's going to be like 100 gold. It's going to be succulent. We'll see if Boom do walk over to it. They certainly can see it. So I don't know if FBZ is the man to do it. Or if he's going to let it brew for a little bit longer.
He's just trying to be as efficient.
Oh, 95. I was close. I was really close.
But just having a look at the overall net worth, 7k lead going for Boom. Win probability, 75%. I'd say they'd be pretty happy with that. Any of the big new items that they were looking to pick up? What's up next? BKB is on the cards for this Face the Void. Only about 1,000 or so away.
Oh, yeah, smoked behind Makoto here. It is only play hard. Does have his Rod of Atos open now as well, so he can kind of solo kill a lot of these heroes. A big chain forward comes actually from Makoto. Lotus is off that silence very quickly. Careful. They want Skem though. He's the scary one. The Atos comes forward. Does get reflected back onto the Sky Mage. They come forward with the Chronosphere. They catch out Skem as well. They both get hit by the AA blast, and this is horrible here for Neon fans. They've caught out the Faceless Void though. He gets taken down. The swap comes in. Yopaj keeps himself alive. They have to use the buybacks to come back into this. It looks like the Legion Commander on the backside is doing a lot of work here against the Sky Mage. Chop goes through Makoto. They've taken out one. The buyback comes in from the Sky Mage. They really want to try and take out this Timbersaw. If they get this kill here, would be huge for them. Skem, he's worked all the way through this AA blast, and it doesn't matter anymore. Standing here, he's just auto-attacking away onto Makoto. He's so tanky, but can he live through this? I don't think he can. Not enough life, and X marks Yopaj. He did throw out the animation. Can't catch anybody just yet because they don't have the vision. They're going to be able to take out Kezcute as well, because look at how much damage this Sky Mage does.
Yeah, I mean, that's the benefit of having about 150 intelligence. Being smarter does pay dividends in the end. Stay in school, kids. But,
don't be a smoothie.
Don't be a smooth brain, you know. Be smart about it. You got Boots of Travel? No, he's just going to quickly use the clarity. Get a bit more farm for himself. Wow, they still have the mid tower to take. I didn't even realize that on for Neon. So now they've secured that. They didn't take the bottom outpost, which I thought they might have put a bit more priority into.
Well, they did
30-minute mark.
They did get the top one, so
yeah, they got the top one, but it's more about denying the enemy team, right? Like they've had a 4k net worth swing in their favor, and win probability is now a lot closer.
Oh, that's a sharp spike up. They also just got an Orb of Destruction as well coming out here onto RR, so that could be very useful. I feel like that's probably still even a Skem item. I don't know. This wand is. I guess it is pretty good with Silent and Yasha. Get 30% extra with Silent and Yasha, so it's not trash. But either way. Ooh. Looks like Neon, they're starting to pull this game back. There's only a 3,000 net worth lead here for Boom. I feel like this game could go one way or another just by how... If Boom can get a good Chrono AA blast and they just kill, like, you know, Yopaj, or they just kill Skem straight away, then that's really huge for them. But if Boom use Chrono and AA blast and nobody dies, then what are you supposed to do?
I feel like they hit the perfect one. It was just great response from Neon, right? They used the Primal Roar onto the Void to make sure he wasn't able to get that damage off. I think the Void might have been pressed the attack during that, so he was hitting for quite a lot of damage. And after that as well, you had the great swap coming through from the Vengeful Spirit to make sure everything that was being pumped out by Boom ID was minimized. So, I really like the way that Neon went about that one, and hopefully for Boom's sake, they're not going to take it too personally, like they're not going to be discouraged by what happened. It's like Kezkoot on a de-warding mission right now. It's got that third eye, so all of these wards around the map, they're going to try and be picked off as much as...
They'll have to get fairly close to these wards to get rid of them though, so...
Yeah, he's lucky enough to have the Ice Vortex though, that's able to give vision on those high ground.
True.
I want to be the one walking there first though, and... Well, I thought the Venge was going to be the Aura boy, or Aura girl, as it were. She's only got the Helm of the Dominator. Everything else is basically being held by this master.
She's got a Mindbreaker as well. Oh, they found out the Sky Mage. Oh, no, Kezkoot. That was a whiff and a half, my friend. That's not what you like to see if you're a Boom fan. Motivatos comes forward as well. They do use press the attack. So no harm, no foul. Everybody shakes hands and walks the other way.
Good team play by your punch, making sure that the risky person kind of reveals maybe a bit about what kind of vision they have on Boom's side, and no one dies. So, pretty good. Good bait. Kind of get their mentality, or where the point.
Where your head at?
Where's your...
Well,
now, we weren't live when we were cast the previous one.
Oh, yes.
So
I love this part.
we can entertain people with our insane wrinkly brain knowledge.
Alright, boys and girls, you guys... I see a lot of AU Dota lol in Twitch chat, CS lol, AU Dota can't do anything, only Arna's good lol. Alright, we're gonna show you guys what the true power of Australian Dota is right now. We're gonna hit you guys with some Bukovel facts.
No.
Did I fuck it up again?
Bukovel.
Bukovel. Alright.
Just imagine like cobble.
Bukovel. Sorry, I'm just really bad at announcing.
You have a really
this.
long intro because we're back in the game now.
Alright, well before we get into any spicy things, there's a Bukovel fact that I'd like you guys to know. It is the largest, singularly the largest ski resort, snow ski, in Eastern Europe. Boom.
Wow.
What a fact.
That is
Place.
Just a game changer, right?
Honestly, if you guys should totally go Google it. Bukovel. Go Google it, go suss it out, go look at the wonderful place that is Bukovel.
Good.
And see where these guys potentially are gonna eventually be playing the minor at, because it looks insane. Super close.
Alright, we got a smoke coming through here. They've been able to dominate a Alpha Wolf as well, so this is going to be a ton of damage coming out to whoever they catch. Obviously the Void is target number 1, but I'm sure they would be very happy with catching the Quota.
They have a Hawk, so they can potentially see what's going on here. They do catch out Kezkoot. They're going to get rid of this AA, so they don't have to worry about the AA blast. He's the one that's getting caught out, though. He just dies instantly as well. The Chrono hits on 3 heroes, but they don't have the Ancient Apparition, so there's not that much damage coming out as well. They're going to get rid of the Sky Mage, the BKB getting used by Dreamer Cell, but he's focusing so much onto the Sky. At the end stage, they're coming into the backside. The Duel is not doing too much. He's just going to lose it. FBZ, he dies as well. Rappy, he's the one that's staying alive. They've caught out the faceless boy. He's doing so much damage here. Skem kills him before the time goes off. There's a double buyback from Boom, but it doesn't matter because Neon, they're the stronger team right now.
Yeah, it's just escape Dota for them, and ended up dying. I think they ended up getting the Venge Illusion, but really matter after all that? Oh, they get the X mark onto the Timber.
Oh, the what? Did he? Oh, he used off.
No, he Timber chained mid X.
He also did the Yules thing where you can like Yules and Timber chain at the same time. And it like works. Well, either way, Boom, they do understand that this rotation is going on right now. They do have buyback left on Dreamer Cell. They're going to come forward in with the duel as well. Here comes the Apparition Ice Blast, but it doesn't matter. He switched the wrong person. So it looks like Skem's going to die eventually as well. But they get rid of the Legion Commander, who's dead for 2 minutes with no buyback.
Who got the duel damage? I feel like they should have got duel damage. Like, the Legion died during a duel. Anyway, whatever.
Are you sure?
I mean, maybe my eyes are playing.
It was fairly quick. So that gold exchange was huge for the side of Boom. They got almost 2,000 gold swing in their favor because of that fight.
Yeah, but still, the actual net worth graph itself is pretty stable.
Looks like
Sitting at a 50-50.
oh, 50-50. That is what we like to see. 49-51. That's a spicy series. They're trying to get rid of this bird. They eventually do get rid of it. So Makoto's here as well. They do have Dreamer Cell. He would really like to get an Aegis on his hero.
A quick check of the buyback statuses as well. Got 6 up online, very, very close on the Dragon Knight. Probably the Scarith, say, a minute or so away. I wonder if he's actually going to save for it, or see what he's got queued up. He's got that Aghanim Scepter in his sights. He's gotten rid of the wand, at least, so not focusing on that too much.
That feels good, man. Scam listened to the Alpha Brains. But we'll have to see how this Dragon Knight does transition, because it seems like Boom just have this idea of we're just going to duel him and AA Ice Blast him, and then even if he doesn't die in the duel, he's still going to have a hard time trying to fight. Just because of how much work this AA Ice Blast does.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably the first mistake that RR's made basically the entire game.
Yeah.
Just swapping out the wrong target. It could have been huge for Neon if they were able to get the correct target. I think actually they arrowed the bird.
Was he intending to do that? Because surely Hyde doesn't whiff that hard.
I think he was.
There's still some mangoes in here too, by the way. Yeah, there's more mangoes. So the mango tree must still be in there.
I don't think it.
Are you sure?
No,
why is there more mangoes?
They were always there. No,
the I swear the courier picked them up. I don't know. Because there is... Actually, no, there's a hawk there. So
exactly. Right now, it's Neon's time. You know, this is when they need to be fighting. They got any really big items coming up? Beastmaster, you don't want to be sitting on 3,200 gold, but what's the next item for him? Maybe a Blink Dagger?
Nullifier?
One? Yeah, could do. I think Blink Dagger good. I feel like it'd be alright.
Yeah, we'll have to see. It looks like they found out Makoto because they do have this this hawk here. They're going to go Envies with the Moonlight Shadow. They want to return this Boom. They want to come in. They want to get more done. They did lose a T2 tower towards the bottom side. So
come on, RR. Move the Philosopher's Stone back into the inventory. You need that GPM and mana. Wait.
He doesn't want to. I want it. I want it. Well, either way. Both just posturing, really just making sure that they understand that this Roshi is the next series of contention. They do get their hook back and they get the roar on top as well. Makoto, he's just going to go down straight away. It looks like at the side of Boom, they're going to lose everything. Neon, they lose. Though. Skem's coming back in. The buyback comes out from Makoto. This is the sign of retreat here for Neon. They want to get away here. Out comes the Cronus here. They're catching out Skem for a little bit longer. He does have his BKB on the Dragon Knight, so he's going to stand. He's going to fight. He's going to try and take out Dreamer. So look at how much damage this Dragon does. Throws out the Dragon Tail as well. Kezku getting that press the attack, getting him away from the stun. So they walk themselves back away. Neon. They want to try and get the kill here on Makoto. They have the roar, but that's a big Chronosphere. It only hits onto the Conquer though. And Dreamer so he gets pulled all the way out. Skem gets him killed as well. There's a buyback left onto the Faceless Void if he wants to use it. The Sky Mage on the backside gets killed as well. They use the buybacks here on Neon, but this is all crumbling apart here if you're a Boom fan. This is not what you want to see because that Faceless Void Chrono, he hit the Conquer, but he just died as soon as he got out of it.
Yeah, absolutely nothing else, and Yopaj lives to tell the tale. He's still got about 5,700 gold, ready to be used. Take an easy Roshan. There's no buybacks on 2 of the Boom heroes. It's I don't want to say a disaster, but it's definitely swung things a lot more in the favor of Neon, and see they're keen to try and close this out.
Yeah, we'll look at the win probabilities are spiked directly up here for the side of Neon. They are playing out of their brains for this series. They're really just making sure that they catch out Makoto. They make sure that he's in a bad position and they blow him up to the side of the fight. Boom have the same kind of idea with Skem, but they just can't seem to do it. This Dragon Knight is so impossible to kill. He has an attack speed aura from Inner Beast. He has the attack speed aura from the drums. They have an AC as well, and he has a Mjolnir.
And he gets Solar Crested.
So look at how fast this man hits. No wonder why the Void couldn't stand anywhere near him. This is going to be the first lane of racks going the way of Neon. Who'd have thought this at the start of the game?
It's just the style of play that Neon has, right? Like, it seems like they're all in on Scam every single time, and it's just about creating space.
Yeah, that is true. So the whole lane of Rax goes the way of Neon.
The only benefit of that all happening, both outposts were owned by Boom at the time. So they got a bit of experience back, which is always nice to have. But it's basically just, right, we're taking control of this entire map. No shrines for you, no outposts for you. We own everything.
And that's when it's just going to start getting harder and harder for Boom, because they don't have their big level 25 yet on Faceless Void. And they went for the wrong... I don't want to call it the wrong level 25 on their Legion Commander, but they certainly did get the wrong talent on Legion Commander.
Spell Prism is one of the juiciest boys you can ever... Imagine a 4-second cooldown Ancient Seal that lasts a second.
That's pretty nutty.
Yeah. And he's building into the Ags.
So he gets 2 of them.
Seems
That
balanced.
is a feels good, man.
Look,
So-
Boy will concuss it. It's in the mid lane.
Bzzz. Bzzz. Zap.
Vision. See you later, mana potion.
That's the worst. Always when you're about to click a clarity and then Zeus just ulties out of nowhere and you're like, why?
God damn it.
My clarity. But now it looks like the Boom are going to try and go for the trades here. They've got Makoto. He has a Craggy Coke and a Shiva, so he's got quite a lot of armor, but... I mean, does it really matter all too much? Because they can't actually kill the side of Neon. They've got this Chronosphere and Ancient Apparition Blast, but I don't think it matters all too much.
Look at this. Oh, he's chunking the tower.
He just deletes it. He's got the Solar Crest and he's got the Ags as well. Skem is a tower destroyer.
It doesn't even have the leveler either. It forces Dreamer Cell to make something happen very, very soon, because otherwise the whole base is going to go.
Well, that unobstructed pathing here from Skem just allows him to fly around and do whatever the hell he wants. And it's just so hard for them to try and deal with this Dragonite. He was extremely hard to kill before, and now he can walk wherever he wants. Like, come on, man. Skem, please.
Why can't Jakiro do that, you know?
True. Why can't all flying units do that?
Ivan can.
True.
Just, oh, the
Ooh,
lamp.
Magic Lamp. That'd be pretty good for Venge.
Yeah, give it to Surely. Surely give it to Venge.
Scam do it. Scam. He's still sitting on the Vampire Fangs.
Yeah, I mean...
Who else
no one
would
else
have
can really
it?
use.
Yeah. Because it's not like AoE lifesteal, so...
Well, there's the Ags.
So we've got the Ags now on Neon. What about Boom? How are Boom going? They're getting close to their own AC. They've got a Yules and a Force on high. Dreamer Cell... Butterfly?
To show how they're going, just look at the gold graph. That's...
Oh my lord. You know what that
is
looks like
in
to me?
10 minutes. Yeah?
That looks like Mount Bukovel. The slopes at Bukovel.
Is that what the mountain's called?
I'm pretty sure there is a peak called Bukovel, yeah.
Like,
I'll have to go back to my notes, but I believe that is what one of my spicy facts did come out with. So they know where the Morana is. They're looking for hide. They're going to come forward. They get the Hex out as well. And I mean, if I've ever seen a dead Morana, this is one of them.
Kind of surprised at how, like, if Boom were in a position to counter that, that was really bad for Neon, because they were all clumped up on the exact same spot and they'd used everything. So, a bit fortunate that Boom weren't positioned to save the Morana, but come through unscathed.
Dreamer Cell's getting himself a double damage rune, so this may be a time for them to fight. They don't have their Morana there, or they're just going to buy back. Okay.
Mage is gone.
They do realize this, so they're going to come forward. They really want to try and get a fight going in. Out comes the Shiva's Guard from Makoto. They want to come forward. In comes the duel coming into RR, so they can't stop anybody else. The Chronosphere comes down as well. He only hits onto one. That is not what you want if you're Dreamer Cell right now. They're taking out Yopav. On this backside, he's doing a little bit of damage to himself, but it doesn't matter because they haven't gotten any kills here with Dreamer Cell. Makoto, he's getting hexed, he's getting stunned, he's getting taken down as well. The Yule Scepter comes up, but I don't think it matters all too much. He's still quite healthy though, so dodged quite a lot of that. And Scamp on the backside, he wants to get this Legion Commander, he wants to get a kill. Look at how much damage he is doing here. The Magic Lamp doesn't matter, FBZ, you're dead either way. They want to get more here. Boom, have to retreat inside of their base. Scamp, he's holding right click down towards the fountain because that's what he wants to kill. A triple kill there for the big dragon, man. He's taken out more. It's so disgusting to watch this giant dragon walk over a massive cliff. And now he's going to tear your base to pieces.
And look, he's attacking so fast, he's like having spasms, basically.
They want more here. Makoto is walking forward. He's quite tanky, though. They come forward with the Dragon Tail. Does a little bit of work. The Hex comes down as well. And the Mystic Flare coming out on top as well. Makoto buying himself a little bit more time here with the Yule Scepter, but it doesn't matter because Yopaz is there. They've taken out another. That's 3 without buyback. In strength is victory indeed, Scam, because it looks like the boys of Neon are going to move themselves towards a nice little 2-0 victory. And it looks like Boom, today was not their day. They were unable to win a single map here. It is Mega Crits, but they're not going to call it just yet. They are dropping a Pipe of Insight out there. The GG has been called by Makoto, and Boom ID are out of the Bukovel Minor for the SEA
You got 90%
quals.
of the way there.
My brain is mush right now.